Yo boys, it's Dan. Welcome back to another Premier League prediction video for game week number 4. This week's guest is the defending champion. His name is Josh.
Yo, Dan channel, it's an absolute pleasure to be back on the predictions for a new season. I obviously won the predictions last season somehow. I don't know how I did that, but I'll take it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing a few predictions on the new season. I've already seen the first couple of videos. It's a good start from Daniel, and yeah, I'm very excited to be doing the predictions for this video. So let's get into it.
It's this week's guest. Thank you, Josh, for being on last minute because we did have a guest, but he cancelled because he had so much work to do. And he's not fighting with about 10 as well. But without any further ado, smash that like button and subscribe down below. Let's get to 200 subs by the end of the year. And let's get into game week 4 of the Premier League. Now, the first game of the game week is Southampton versus Manchester United. Now, Manchester beat Liverpool 2-1 on Monday night. Yes, Liverpool. Casemiro has joined the club. Welcome in Casemiro. Great box-to-box midfielder. Well, not really a box-to-box, more like a defensive-minded midfielder to help out that midfield. Still need some more signings. On that basis, I'm going to go, but we have to back it up against Liverpool. We have to back it up with a decent performance against Southampton. Now I'm going to go 2-1 to Manchester United. And Josh, what are you going for in this game?
Okay, the first game is Southampton against Manchester United, Daniel's team obviously, and yeah, I would have predicted Southampton to get a draw or a win, even if they are quite poor. I would have predicted them to win because obviously United have been bottom of the table already. They've had a poor start to the season, but they've now just beaten Liverpool 2-1, which is massive. So hard to beat Liverpool, so that's a great result. Maybe their team's finally gelled together a bit, but it's still a bit early to say. But I have to be a bit confident because of their result against Liverpool, so I'm going to back them to win 3-1 at Southampton, and I feel like maybe Rashford will be involved in a goal or two.
And then I move to Brentford versus Everton. Now, Brentford still a little bit unbeaten in the league, and hopefully they can get some games going for them. Everton got a point last time Nottingham Forest to kickstart their season. Don't know why I went like that for, but okay, yeah. To kickstart their season off, and Liverpool, Everton and Diesel. I'm gonna say this game will be a Brentford win by 2-0. I don't think Everton have enough. They need some signings in. They only made up one only one signing to the club, and that's not good for them. But Josh, what are you going for out in this game?
Brentford against Everton. Now, both teams obviously have a chance to go down, but they'll probably, stay up because they're like solid big clubs. So they'll probably stay up. But yeah, I just feel like both teams are not going to want to lose. But I don't know if I can see any team finding a way through to win it. Yeah, Brentford are solid. Tony's doing all right. They've got a good, solid team. Everton, needs a replace Richarlison, so I don't know how good Everton are going to do, but they have got the players still. So I'm just going to play safe and go for a 1-1 draw.
Thank you, mate. I move to Brighton versus Leeds. Leeds are still unbeaten in the Premier League this season. They beat Chelsea by 3-0. It's for 2. It's 3 against Chelsea with Koulibaly getting sent off. And Leeds are looking good. I'm going to go another Leeds win of 2-0. No, 2-1 Leeds. I think they will concede Leeds, but Leeds win this game. 2 goals, 2-1. It was short and sweet because Josh, what are you going for this game, pal?
Brighton against Leeds. both teams are going to be more than safe by the looks of it. They've both had solid starts to the season. And the safe thing could be to do a draw. But you know what? Leeds will be safe. They look alright. They've got an exciting squad. But they are like 4th place. So I feel like they are going to be humbled a bit. I feel like they will drop a little bit to like mid-table. And Brighton, they'll also finish about mid-table. I think they're about 7th or 8th at the moment. So I think Brighton will just have their home advantage. I think they'll win 2-1. They'll score a couple goals. Leeds will get a consolation. But yeah, I think they'll edge it 2-1 against Leeds.
They moved to Chelsea versus Leicester. Chelsea lost to Leeds last weekend. Leicester just absolutely shit at the minute. They can't even beat Stockport County in the Carabao Cup on penalties. No, they can't even score a goal against Stockport County. Let me fair yesterday. They can't even score a goal against Stockport County until penalties. God, Leicester were terrible, aren't they? Chelsea still looking for that out-and-out striker, though. To be fair, they're still looking for that out-and-out striker. To be fair, to reinforce that 11 and that striking force. Can this be Raheem Sterling's day to shine against Leicester City? Hopefully, it can be. I'm gonna go Chelsea 2, Leicester City 0, and predictably, I'm gonna confidently say that Chelsea will score from a set piece because Leicester City set piece. Leicester cannot defend set pieces this season. I haven't seen Leicester defend. Like, last season they were bad. This season they're really playing badly with Ian. And now Josh, what are you going for in this game?
Okay, Chelsea at home against Leicester. And I'm not saying they are going to go down, but honestly, I feel like Leicester have a chance to go down because their team is so weak now. They're going to lose a lot of players. They're not replacing them. I feel like they've just lost their way a little bit. Vardy's getting a bit too old now. Hashtag settled in, really. The reason they'll stay up is because they've got like Maddison. I'm not thinking they'll go down, but they could fall near to it if they're not careful. And obviously Chelsea had an okay start, but then they obviously lost 3-0 to Leeds, which is shocking. So I think Chelsea will bounce back. I think they'll win comfortably against a poor Leicester side, and I think Chelsea are going to win 3-1. Mount to get his first goal of the season.
Now we move to Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth. Looking like Liverpool, though, you would expect Liverpool to bounce back when you're after 3 dismal defeats. Oh, 2 defeats, 1 defeat and a draw, and 2 draws. I'm going to see Liverpool win this game comfortably at home. 4-0. Like, Liverpool can't be this bad for this long. Like, they're missing. I'm telling this now. Me and Harry were on a Discord call on watching the game on Monday, and they're missing Mane. Honestly, everyone's saying they're missing Mane. You cannot replace a player like Sadio Mane. You just cannot replace him like that. He's inseparable to everybody else. I know. And Josh, what are you going for in this game, mate?
Liverpool against Bournemouth. Now, let's be honest. Look, sorry, any Bournemouth fans out there, but you're going to go down. I'm pretty certain Bournemouth are going to go down. But Liverpool, obviously, they drew twice and lost once, so they're not doing very well at all, really, as far as Liverpool's expectations go. It's very poor, so I think they're going to bounce back from that defeat at Old Trafford. I think they're going to win comfortably against Bournemouth, and I'm going to say 3-0 to Liverpool. Hopefully Mo Salah get me captain points.
Can I move to Man City versus Crystal Palace? Now, what are we going to do for this game? Man City, Crystal Palace. Man City, they're looking really good. Drop points over the first time this season against Newcastle. We'll get into it later in the video. Now, this could be a very interesting game. I don't know how this game will go. But I do think Chelsea, no. Man City will scrape it 2-0. I don't think Palace will give them a game, honestly. Crystal Palace will give them a blooming game, lads. And now, Josh, what are you going for in this game? Now you move.
Man City against Palace. This is always a weird game because Palace have a decent record at Man City. I think they've beaten them twice over the last like 4 or 5 years at their stadium. So yeah, Palace could easily get a draw or win this game. But I don't think so. I think Palace will be more than safe. They're a very solid team. Very good Zaha, Eze, Elise. They've got borders. They're just a very good team. But Man City are just Man City. And I think they've already won the league, to be honest. I know Arsenal have more points, but I just think City are going to win the league already. It's pretty obvious. So yeah, I'm just going to go for a simple 2-0 win for Manchester City.
The only team left on something called Arsenal versus flying. Well, getting into form, Fulham. Now, Arsenal and Fulham. Arsenal unbeaten so far this season, 3 wins from 3. They are playing amazing football, Mr. Stephen. You can tell it's been a hard week, lads. Yeah, Arsenal, Fulham. Arsenal, great form. Fulham, begin to find form. I think Arsenal will have a test here. I'm going to go Arsenal 2, Fulham 2. I do think it can be a bit of a shock to the system for Arsenal because Fulham are decent. And Josh, you going for?
The next one is Arsenal at home against Fulham, and I've not done many like strange underdog victories for this game week predictions, but it's going to have to stay that way because Fulham are good. I actually think they might just about be safe. They've got a good squad, but Arsenal for some reason are just too good right now. They've got a good gel together squad. They look so good, and I hate to say it, but yeah, I think they're going to get top 4 unfortunately. So yeah, I think Arsenal are going to ease past Fulham. I think they're going to put 4-1 to be honest.
Aston Villa versus West Ham. No, West Ham need to find some form as well. West Ham need some form, don't they? If they have any, if they want to get back in that Europa League top 4, they need to win this game. But Villa are looking good as well. And I think it will be West Ham. Ooh, I think this will be a draw. I'm going to go a 1-1 draw between these two teams. And Josh, what are you going for in this game?
Okay, Aston Villa against West Ham. That's a very tight game, this one. Very tight game. West Ham obviously are bottom of the league. They haven't won a game yet. And I don't think they've scored yet either. So they don't look good, but their squad is solid. They'll find their rhythm and they will definitely stay up West Ham comfortably. I think Villa will stay up as well. They're a very, very solid team, Aston Villa. They look like they know what they're doing. They're inconsistent at times, but you know, Aston Villa have all those players, don't they? Coutinho, Ings, Watkins. They're just a very good team. But I think they're going to fall short today because West Ham need their first win of the season, or at least their first point. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 West Ham win.
Now we move to Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Newcastle. Now this could be a great game for the neutral. Two teams that are flying. Newcastle just flying right now. Newcastle, Eddie Howe signed a long-term deal. Newcastle flying. No. Wolves are making that team basically like Portugal's second team, basically. All the Portuguese players they've got. I can name about 4. Gonzalo Guedes, Nunez, Podence, Silva, Coutinho, Neves. That's 5. Anybody else? Oh, keeper Sar. That's 6. Any more? I'm gonna think. Let me know, boys, if you know any more Wolverhampton players that are Portuguese. Because I'm going to see if I can make a mini Portugal out of that team. And I'm going to say this game will be Newcastle United 2, Wolves 1. I'm going for a lot of wins today for away teams. And Josh, what are you going for in this game, pal?
Wolves against Newcastle. And it's plain and simple. Both teams look solid. Newcastle, obviously, with all that money and all the players they're going to have, they're going to be beasts one day. But not at this moment in time, I don't think. They're a bit inconsistent. And Wolves don't seem to score many goals, but they always survive. They're always a solid team. So there's only one thing that I'm going to do for this game, and that is do a ball draw 0-0.
Now we move to the last game, which is Nottingham Forest versus Spurs. This game could be a banger. Like in terms of a neutral, I may even try and watch this game if I can. But this game could be good. I know Josh is probably wanting to. Josh will watch this game as well probably. We'll get his thoughts in a minute, but my thoughts. Forest are good at home. To be fair, I'm gonna say this game. There will be goals. I'm gonna go 2-2. Yes, you might say, Dan, that's crazy. We're going for 2-2. But I do honestly, truly believe that Newcastle, that Forest can get a result there at Spurs, against Spurs, let's say. And Josh, as a Spurs fan, will be going for pound this game now.
And my last game of this game week is Nottingham Forest home against my boys Tottenham. And look, I'm very happy with the signings. I'm very happy with the squad and the manager. I think Tottenham have a good chance of getting top four and also getting a trophy. But I'm quite negative with these things. I'm not going to get too carried away. We've had 2 wins and a draw so far. Very solid start. I think we're 4th in the league at the moment. So yeah, Nottingham Forest, I think they'll be safe as well. They're a solid team. They've made so many signings. Nottingham Forest are going to be a force, I think, this season. And I think Spurs will struggle. I really do think we'll struggle. I would think if I was in a very bad mood, I'd say we'd lose or draw this game. But I'm going to be positive for Dan's channel. I'm going to say we'll nick it 1-0 at Nottingham Forest. It'll just be a boring, tight game, and hopefully we'll stretch them and get a goal to make it 1-0 to Spurs. Maybe Sonny to get his first goal of the season. And that's all the games, everyone. And yeah, I hope you guys like my predictions. Subscribe to Dan. He's doing very well with his videos. And also give me a little subscribe as well if you can. Hopefully Dan will drop my things in the description. Yeah, I mean, I'm about 10, 11 subs away from 400. So please help me out with that if you can. But yeah, thank you for having me, guys. See ya.
That will bring this Premier League prediction to an end. I might put in here, or you might have seen a video up on Thursday as well of me going to Wickham. Because today I'm going to Wickham versus Bristol City in the Carabao Cup. If not, I will film some stuff and put it in this end of this video. If it hasn't gone up on Friday, if it hasn't gone up on Thursday. But yeah, that might be happening. I might put it in here. I might make a video on it on Thursday. Yesterday. But if it did go up on Thursday, thank you very much for watching it. If not, put it to me now, Dan. Thank you. And that will bring this video to an end. Thank you all very much for watching game week number 4 of the Premier League. Now, boys, I'm thinking to put, right there, there's a gap. Thinking to stick that in. It's just a duff, but I'm thinking to stick that in there, just behind me up there, next to the Ronaldo thing, just in that gap there, to start filling up this up a bit more. Comment down below how I should do that. It'll be a good idea, I think. I might just do it by myself, but yeah. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you lot in the next video. Until then, have a good weekend. Hopefully, your team does well this weekend. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.